Hello and welcome to Nikolai's genetics lessons, and today I have prepared a funny genetics problem for you. And here's the problem: you and your spouse have no children. You stand to inherit a sizable fortune from your crazy uncle Irving if you can produce 3 daughters in your family of 3 children. What is the probability of doing just that? So basically, let's ask what is the probability that the first child would be a girl. And it is very easy to say that this is the probability would be 50% or 1/2. Then what is the probability that second child also would be a girl? And once again, probability would be 1/2. And what is the probability that a third child would be a girl? Once again, probability would be 1/2. When we can connect independent probabilities with the word and, in other words, what is the probability that the first child would be a girl and a second child would be a girl and a third child would be a girl? When we can connect with the word and, that means we have to use product rule. So we have to multiply all these independent probabilities, and as you see, the answer would be 1/8. This is going to be probability of this event. So next question: if you could convince Uncle Irving that simply having 3 children all of the same sex will do, then what would be the probability of your receiving the inheritance? Once again, we already calculated the probability for all 3 children to be girls, and this is probability 1/8, and the same probability would be to get 3 boys in a row. So once again, 1/8. And when we doing our calculations and we can connect two independent probabilities with the word or, so whether we can have 3 girls or 3 boys. We cannot get them in a family of 3 people simultaneously, 3 boys and 3 girls, because this is going to be 6 people. So we have choice whether 3 girls or 3 boys. In this case, we have to use a sum rule, and we have to add these two probabilities. So the answer would be 1/4. So as you see, 1/4, which is 25%, is much bigger than 1/8, which is about 12.5%. So you increased your probability to inherit the money by offering this option. So next question, number 3. In quest of the family stipulated in number 2 above, you produce a boy as your first child. Now what is the probability of inheriting the fortune? And basically the answer is given in question 4. Why are the answers number 2 and number 3 the same? So let me explain. Imagine that we already have a boy, or this family have a boy, and then this family don't know what other 2 children might be. It can be a boy or a girl. Once again, a boy or a girl. So what is the probability that this is going to be a boy and this is going to be 1/2? And what is the probability that is going to be a boy? Once again, 1/2. Because the first child is already sex is known, we have to exclude the first variant that all 3 children would be girls. So we don't have this variant anymore. But our chances to have 3 boys also increased because the first child is already a boy. So we do not include this boy in our calculations because sex is already known. There is no any uncertainty here. So we have to multiply 1/2 by 1/2, and the answer would be 1/4 probability that this family would have 3 boys, and 0 probability that this family would have 3 girls, because first child sex is already known. So this is explanation why answers 2 and 3 are the same. And finally, this is question 5. You have convinced Uncle Irving that you will agree to try for at least 3 girls out of 4 children. How likely are you to become wealthy given those conditions? And I would need a little bit more space here. So basically, when we have 4 children, that means so every empty box would stand for 1 child of unspecified sex. So 3 and 4. So how many combinations of children we may have? I mean, combination of sexes. First child can be whether a boy or a girl, so 2 variants here. Second child also can be a boy or a girl, 2 variants here. So as you see, we have 2 variants everywhere. Now we have to multiply all these probabilities in order to find number of combinations. So 2 multiplied by 2 would be 4, multiplied by 2 would be 8, multiplied by 2 would be 16. So total number of combinations of sexes in a family of 4 people would equal 16. And we are looking for particular combinations of 3 girls plus 1 boy. Will this give us higher chances to get this fortune in comparison with other variants? So let's check. The first variant of having 3 girls and 1 boy would be that first 3 children would be girls and then a boy. Second variant would be that first 2 children would be girls, then boy, and then once again a girl. As you see, we have 3 girls here and 1 boy. Another variant would be that first child a girl, then a boy, and then 2 girls. And the last variant would be when the first child would be a boy and then 3 girls in a row. So total number of variants, as you see, having 1 boy and 3 girls would be 4 out of total number of variants, that is 16. So 4 out of 16, which equals to 1 out of 4, or 25%. And this is the same answer as we got here, except what we got in our first variant, which give us 1/8. So all the rest variants would give us 25% chances to inherit this fortune. I hope my explanation were clear enough. Now you would be able to use a product rule, like in example number 1, when to use a sum rule, like in example number 2, when we have to exclude some events that is already happened, we have to exclude them, like in question number 3 and 4. And I hope now you would be able to find total number of combinations, and also would be able to find all the combinations that meet requirements of our problem. So this is going to be number above our fraction. And below we would have total number of combinations. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.